Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch Cam. Welcome to another live streaming event today. I hope you guys hear me well. I hope there's not much delay going on today. I'm super excited to talk to you again. The last time we had a lot of fun. The streaming went on for, I think, more than 1 hour, which was really cool. You asked many questions, we interacted, so it's really nice to see you guys all. Today I have a different setup, which you don't see from the front view, but I created a bit of a, better, let's say, professional setup so I can show you the screen while I'm talking about the watches. Today's topics are going to be Watches and Wonders 2021, the novelties, what do I like, the good, bad, and the ugly pieces that were dropped this past few weeks, and also what do you think is your favorite watch of this year, and just to get to know each other a bit better and to see what's up in the watch world. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like this video, of course, hit a like, subscribe, comment down below. Share with some friends so you get the chat group going. Hello, Esper Lux, nice to see you here. Chirac also, hello. Greetings from Switzerland. So what I have prepared to you guys today is actually a short breakthrough about the watches which were released. I'm sure you followed the social media channels from my friends and also other creators, and you are probably up to date which brands released what. But today we're going to talk about the watches that I like and also to see your feedback, if you agree with me, if you don't agree, so let's get into it. I prepared a little presentation for you, so we're going to go through it now, and so you just can basically follow with me, not just visually, but also you can read it on the screen. So let's switch now to the second screen that we have prepared for you guys, and I'm going to also turn myself on here in the lower right corner. Here we go. I hope everything works fine. Before we continue, let's maybe do a wrist check. So today I'm wearing my latest acquisition, which is the Chrono Swiss Resec. It's a beautiful watch with a very cool dial. So it's in this year's fashion a green dial, which many brands release, which we're gonna come to a bit later. So if I focus in on it now, you see there's a beautiful guilloche green dial, which actually changes color when I drive the car, and the sunshine hits it a bit differently, so it becomes a bit more blue. So this is really cool. And it has an open case back with an automatic winding rotor, a retrograde seconds indicator, and a onion style crown, which is very easy to use. I also paired it with a cool ring, which is made by AHW down in Sydney, Australia, with some nice emeralds, and it's a cool owl silver ring, which I also like to wear and put on. So guys, I hope you're enjoying it so far. I hope you like the screen. Like I said, the setup is a bit different today. So let's dive into it. Let me just check who is in the chat room. Don't be shy and ask some questions or say hi or let me know. I want to know, guys, what are you wearing on the wrist today? So please drop a comment just so I can see you. Okay, so let's go now to the first, let's say, segment of the show, which is gonna be basically talking about the novelties and what I would say the good, bad, and the ugly. So the good are basically a brief representation of what I liked this year and what surprised me a bit. The bad are not so much bad watches or faulty things, but more or less I had high expectations of these brands for their big anniversaries. Apart from the Patek Philippe, that was a given, let's say. And the ugly or a bit more different watches this year were those four. I think there were also many more which launched, but these are a few, let's say, that I want to point out and just show you. And I also have stories behind all these watches, and I changed my mind about one of them. Stay tuned to find out which one. Let me remove my screen a bit just so you can see the AP a bit better, but we all know which watch this is. It was talked about a lot during the last few days. The latest collaboration with Audemars Piguet and Marvel for the Black Panther watch here. So without further ado, let's start with the good watches here. So Gruber 4C, as you all know, is high horology. They make expensive watches. The finishing is exquisite, very well made. The polishing is insane. So this is their GMT model, and it is the first one which came with the integrated bracelet. So this is actually a watch which you can wear during some sporty activities. I would not advise it, let's say, too much, but still you could do it, let's say. Then the next one we have the Arnold & Son Luna Magna, which is I think the biggest moon phase indicator I ever saw. It's beautifully made, very let's say distinctive, and also they had to change the crystal a bit just to fit the moon phase in there. So I think that was really cool. Let me now just open up the chat again so I can see you guys a bit better. Here we go. Nice to see everybody. Thank you for showing up. Chirac, Ingo, Samuel, Sergeant Kong, greetings to you as well. Guys, Monkey C Productions, what's up, Chicago? I'm just having 3 different screens now, so I'm checking the phone, laptop, and a separate screen just so I can keep up with this setup today. But it's cool, I hope you like it. We're gonna come to all those questions and see what you guys think about these watches so far. Hello from Vienna, Chicago, Romania. Hello, Romania. Ce faci, Romania? Bine, bine. Vintage Raketa Copernicus, Abdul, hey, nice to see you as well. FP Elegante, also a very cool watch. Moser Krasny, wow. Garrett Worthington on Instagram, super cool guy. That's the Moser watch with a red dial, and the Moser and CA name is actually written in Cyrillic. So very cool watch to check out. Wrist check, Timex Sports, very cool. Oyster Tudor, very cool guys. Thank you so much for all these messages. Vacheron Constantin is a good one. The Dubai expat, welcome to the show. I agree with you. I checked it out recently. Actually today, I saw it in person. And I really like it now. I am a huge fan of the Vacheron Constantin 1921. And my favorite version was the Madison edition from New York, with the Art Deco numerals, the beautiful case, and the cool hands. So when they came out with a fully, let's say, monochromatic watch, I was a bit disappointed. That's why I put it in the bad category. Because I think with the anniversary they had this year, for 100 years, they could have made a really cool watch. But, you know, that's my opinion. Like I said, I saw it today. The small version on my wrist looks perfect. I would definitely wear that one. So, you know, again, I changed my mind on the Vacheron Constantin, the Dubai expat. So now you got me. For me, I also like the platinum version, which released a few years ago with the blue numerals. So again, I think, I hope this is not the last thing we'll hear from Vacheron this year for this beautiful anniversary. But definitely a watch I would purchase if I would wear more suits, you know, and if I had a bigger budget to spend on these watches. Derek Fox, hello Fox, Mr. Fox, what's your thoughts on the silver Tudor? The silver Tudor, for me personally, I don't like it for myself. I own the GMT model already, and also the Bucher edition blue bronzo, so that's for me enough from Tudor so far. I would love to add a chronograph. That's why I put it also in the good category here, with the Panda and also the reverse Panda. I don't like the lume on the reverse Panda because it's a bit yellowish, so I would keep it like it is on the, let's say, no, I mean the Panda has a yellow toned lume, like vintage style. I prefer this one with the black dial. So this was the one, this would be the one I would purchase, let's say. Sorin Botes, bine faci, all good. Hello my friend, watch on the wrist, cool guy from Instagram, check him out, very cool collector. Richard, nice to see you as well. Doxa sub 300 carbon aqua, we actually saw this watch before actually it was released, so I really like it. I like the case. I'm not the biggest fan of the dial, but that's just you know, preference of taste, let's say. But I really think for the price, it's a cool piece. If you like Doxa, you want to add a carbon watch to the collection, I think that's a good buy. The Tudor Chrono is very nice. Anna Maria, hello to you too. No Calatravas, no. So the Calatravas would actually, for me personally, let's say I don't wear dressy watches at all. So that's why I didn't put a Calatrava in this category. Like I said, I could not put all the watches in this little frame here because they released too many pieces. But I think Patek made a few good choices this year, and I think let's say I would purchase one. Just Patek for me at this stage of my life is not a brand I would buy. Also not a Nautilus, except if I can get it at retail, of course. I'm not stupid. Monkey C Production, congrats on the Calatrava. That's a very cool piece. Watch on the wrist, BB58 Tudor, yes. JLC, I think, also did a crazy watch with the Hibris Mechanica. It's probably super thick on the wrist, but again, it's a Jaeger, so let's see. Let's go on Instagram and show you guys which watch I'm talking about. So Jaeger really did a good job this year with the new watches. They also released a few ladies pieces. But before we go to Jaeger, I want to show you my favorite movement of this past few weeks. This one. Let it sink in a bit. If I would have the purchase power for this piece, no brainer. I think this is one of the most beautiful movements I've seen in the last few years. The Rattrapante chronograph with a peripheral rotor on the side with gold, beautiful decorations on it. I mean, you can't go wrong with this one. I think Vacheron is doing a great job. There's also a big hype coming slowly with the overseas collection at the, let's say, entry piece levels. So I think, let's say, you can buy this one, but the overseas piece with the blue dial, for example, which is just stunning, is now slowly demanding a high premium. So if you want to buy an overseas from Vacheron, go try one on and don't hesitate, I think, too much. Eduardo Scotti, what about tomorrow's drop-off from Ming? I love Ming. I have the copper edition. So listen, for 1.9 thousand Swiss francs or whatever the price is, I think it's a no-brainer, for myself, let's say. But again, you got to think about your budget, your needs, how much would you wear it, how often would you wear it. So definitely, take all these things into consideration. Vacheron also crushed it with this perpetual calendar skeleton blue version. I mean, what do you think? It's just insane. I love it. And this also. I mean, Vacheron is a brand I always loved. The 1921 would be one of the watches I would purchase in the future, but let's say not yet. Now I gave you a bit of a preview for the next one. So, Google presentation, where are you? Let me switch to this one now until I figure out technically what's going on with my with my presentation. So guys, let's see. Omega Black. I like the Omega Black. It's really cool. Again, it's a watch you need to want to put in your collection because it's probably not the best watch to read time on, but again, if you like all black watches for that price, again, a no-brainer, let's say. Who else do we have here? Dapper Dutch Tooth. Welcome, my friend, as well. Again, great collector. He's got a nice Grunefeld remontoir. Oof. Let's say, did the Moser start the green dial trend? I don't know. I mean, Moser kind of, maybe did start the trend. But also, I think there was probably like a conference and everybody just said, let's do green watches this year, I have a nice photo for you as well later down the line, so I can show you the nice green watches. But it seems to be having some problems with my Safari browser here. So when I'm looking at this side, here I have the whole setup, the dashboard with the laptop and everything. That's why I'm looking on the side this much. So I'm trying to figure out, because we have a lot of things connected now, what is going on with the browser and everything. So let's see. Okay, I gotta quit my internet browser now. Open it up again. Let's see. Am I still on? I'm still on, I think. Sorry, guys. This is a bit of a weird one here. Sorry for this confusion, but just my browser crashed. This happens when you have 3,000 devices connected at once. So let me now set up this for you, so we have again a great experience. Sorry, just bear with me. You can comment down below which were your favorite watches from this year. We can get this started a bit easier as well. Have some technical difficulties. Sorry guys. Let's just swing it for now. Let's see what you guys have written a bit so far. The bracelet is a great addition. Yes, the Cartier Solar Beat is very cool. So Cartier also made a few cool pieces this year. One of them was the cloche, which I really want to see. So the cloche piece is a watch definitely on the list, but it's also not the most affordable Cartier, let's say. Let me see if I can bring Safari up to date again. Guys, I'm sorry. Actually, it happened live. Yeah, I'm shook. I was preparing this beautiful presentation so long, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, happens. It's live, so we're gonna just wing it. Let me open up the file now, just so I can show you the watches I prepared for the live, and then you're gonna see what I was talking about. So again, we have these watches here. Here we go. Again, technical difficulties. Hey Samuel from Germany, how you doing? Garrett Waddington, you don't like the GLC Reverso? Why not? I mean, for you, maybe the Cartier Basculant would be a better choice. It's a more refined watch, let's say, very slim. But also with the reverse, you have many color options with the dials. So I think it might suit you a bit better. But again, you know, it's a preference and taste. So just you gotta really see what you like more there. Okay, what is happening now with the presentation? Let's see. The other screen actually just crashed. That's great. Oh my god. IWC, very cool. The Panerais, I haven't checked them out yet. So Panerai is a brand I'm not really too fond of. I haven't held too many in my hand as well, and I never owned a Panerai watch. I do like, let's say, the Carbotech pieces, which are a bit more, in my eyes, special because of the case and the dial are a bit more vintage inspired. But all in all, I think it's still, again, a good watch to own. You can't go wrong with it, so definitely something to check out. Okay, so I'm gonna do something else now here. Let me now close down Safari, show all windows. Sorry guys, again, we are live, so these things happen, like I said. The IWC dropped a few cool pieces this year. I really like the chronograph version with the green dial and also the perpetual calendar. And the, yeah, that's, for me, IWC, those best pieces. And Breitling, watch on the wrist. Breitling this year, I think, is one of the first years since a long time that Breitling caught my attention, and I started to consider owning a duograph, or maybe the Salmon one, like you said as well, with the annual calendar and a chronograph. So definitely Breitling with the new releases. Price-wise, also a good purchase, I think. So Panerai, Michael, Panerai have made the same watch for the past 20 years, in your opinion? I mean, yeah, basically. That's it. I'm sweating a bit because everything froze up. Cheers to you guys. Thank you all for showing up and you know, bearing with me here. IWC green one, yes, definitely. Let me see if I can open up this document now, because I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys this screen, and it will be really cool to see it. Like I said, we are in a bit of a technical glitch right now, and the other screen just left the building. So what we are gonna do now is try to figure out what happened. But again, we are live, so these things tend to happen. Let me do something else. I gotta figure it out on the spot now. Q Maestro, what do you think about the green gold watch? We have rose gold, yellow gold, white gold, green gold. I think it would be cool if somebody can pull it off. I mean, create it, you know, that would be really cool. Amr, hope all is well. Yes, all is great, man. The black bag chrono is one of your favorites, definitely. Like I said, the chronographs from Tudor this year were really cool. So Tudor released a few chronographs in the past years before the stainless steel version came with a black dial, which weren't my favorite ones. So they coming up with new watches, new dials is really cool as well. Let me figure out something else. I'm trying to get this picture on my screen here so you guys can see it because it's really cool. I think the other one is now pretty much, yeah, black, but here we go. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out why this other screen is basically not working right now. It would be cool because I really want to show you this picture and I don't have my technical team here, which could figure it out with me. Anyway, green gold, yeah, that would be cool. Rolex, I mean, congrats on the Rolex watches. I mean, Rolex watches are a safe buy, so whichever you buy is good. Do you think Tudor cheaped out and made a see-through case pack on the precious metals but not a precious metal rotor? Honestly, I don't know why Tudor opened up the case pack. That movement is not the nicest movement that exists, so definitely I wouldn't open the case pack, but maybe they wanted to create something special and create a bit of a buzz there. But for me, I would not open that case pack up. I would leave them closed and that's it. Vaxbus, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much was I disappointed with the Rolex releases? Very much. So I'm not a Rolex collector, but still I follow the brand and I want to see what's coming in the future. My favorite one from Rolex, which wasn't publicly shown too much, was a day-date olive green dial with Arabic numerals. Beautiful piece. Try to find it. There's a few photos on Instagram on my friend's page called Arab Watch Guide. So that's definitely something you should check out. He also created a nice collage of all the watches which were released this year. So definitely something you should check out. But otherwise, I don't mind the palm tree dial. I think it's okay. But again, like Vacheron with the 1921 release, I would try to make the anniversary for the Explorer watches much bigger and create something special, not go back, let's say, to the past. Although personally, I like the Explorer 36mm. I don't like the two-tone version. I think it's, there's people who like it, but there were a few meme accounts creating very funny memes about Rolex watches, about the new Explorer, which I really like. Pierre, what do you think about Piguet? Piguet, I haven't really checked them out a lot, to be honest, because again, it was a very busy week, so I couldn't fit all the watches in my schedule. But I assume great watches, craftsmanship with Piguet is always there. Mr. Raf has created a company with a lot of provenance and just good watches, The prices are not too achievable for most people, like myself as well. But definitely, if you want to buy a Piguet, you can't go wrong with it. You can find good pieces on the market, retail and secondhand, for sure. Karate, chop the like button for technical difficulties. Yes, please do that. I prepared a super cool picture, which I can't show you now. It's making me mad. And I'm sweating, as you can see. But thank you again for the support. What am I wearing today, Michael? I'm wearing a Corona Swiss Resec, which I showed at the beginning. It's actually a prototype dial, so it's from the watchmaker himself, Mr. Mike Panciera. It's a green guilloche dial made in Lucerne, Switzerland. Let me focus in on this. And actually it does change color when you turn it around a bit. So when you drive the car and you have the watch on the wrist, it sometimes becomes a bit blue. And it has super cool luminova on it. And at 6 o'clock there is a retrograde seconds hand, so it's really cool again. And it's a prototype dial. The case is brown with a CVD coating, so chemical vapor deposition. It does scratch a bit, but underneath it's not like too white, so it looks fine. And again, for 9,800 Swiss francs with the in-house made guilloche dial, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. Okay, no stress, brother. Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate you a lot. Let me see. Unique dial, yes, it's prototype dial, so it says actually 00 from 00, so nobody can get this watch, I mean this dial, which is another cool factor, let's say. Okay, thank you. There's difficulties because I have a very cool setup. You see I have a second screen, so there's two of us now. But maybe next time. Anyway, let me shut this one off. Okay, then incredible curiosities. Yes, the IWC Big Palette Top Gun Mojave Desert is amazing. I really like this watch. I also am very happy that IWC made a smaller version of the big palette and with the bracelet, which I think is really cool. I saw the green piece in person, super nice. And G, good mid-range indie watch brand for a newbie. So if you want to look below 10,000 Swiss francs, you can look at Sartori Biart, you can look at Corona Tokyo, you can look at Line watches, also Serpaneva watches, SUF from Serpaneva as well. There's a lot of cool brands if you go on my Instagram. And I also made a video about 3 watches under 5K from independents which you can buy. Also there's Lundi Bleu, so LUNDISBLEUS on Instagram. Also you can check those out, super cool dials and really wearable, so definitely something to consider. Having a, yes, Abdul, yes, it's very special and I'm super happy that he made me this offer, you know. Unique like my Constantin Chaikin, yes, exactly, that's true. Watch on the wrist, Kudoke. You got it. Check out Kudoke watches as well. And Dornblut and Zone watches are also below 10K, I think below 6K. And Henschel in Germany. A lot of cool stuff is coming from Germany these days. And a lot of new pieces and new brands. Zenith, I think, is underrated only, let's say, with the Defy 21 model. That's a watch I personally really love. I think it's one of the coolest chronographs in that price category. I would say it's the nicest chronograph under 20K, let's say, if you don't consider vintage watches. It's sick. Nightmare by Like, what do you get around 10K RSD? If you think USD, I mean, for independents, you can get some used ones as well. You can go below 10K and get a hovering watch. Again, check out my IG, you can see a lot of cool pieces. Rock, which watch would a witch watch if a witch would ditch swatch? Nice. I don't know which swatch. Probably a System 51, the first generation. Oh my god, that was a good tongue twister. What watch wouldn't you like not to have? The one I don't have. I just buy watches, let's say, that I like, so anything that's in my collection, I really like it. So, love these live streams. Hello, Jizzy Ninja. Super weird name, by the way. It sounds wrong just saying it out loud. Thoughts on Nomos? Nomos for me is not a brand I consider for myself because, again, it's too classical, very Bauhaus. Many people like it. I like the California style dials a lot. And with the latest watch, they created a beautiful movement. The movements are amazing with Nomos. For me personally, they don't fit into my collection, but definitely, again, for the price and the quality they offer, something to consider for sure. I handled a few. I know a few collectors that have Nomos watches. Like I would have the Zurich one, which is I think a world timer with a blue dial. So that's the one I would get if I would get an Audemars watch. Yes, the Defy 21 is a sick beast. Independents in Germany, yes, are going up, you are correct, and more and more popular. Cartier, I saw the cloche in a presentation from Cartier, so definitely a watch I would consider having. For 30,000 Swiss francs, not the most affordable watch this year, but definitely a collectible piece in the future if you have the spare money for it. Let's see, Pierre, if you had to wear only one watch until the end of your life, which one would you keep? It's too much pressure, man. This is a question I can never answer, really. Too much, too difficult. If I would have to wear it till the end of the days, just out of sentimental reasons, it would be maybe my first watch that I bought, which was the Omega Seamaster from the 70s, you know, but that wouldn't survive too long because it's from the 70s, so no sapphire glass. I mean, it would break immediately. Hublot Classic Fusion, is it an okay Hublot to buy? Yes. I mean, I have a Hublot Classic Fusion, the Lab Fusion with a Singapore Watch Club edition with a linen dial. So I love Hublot watches. Again, I would go for a smaller model, not the biggest ones, but definitely something you should consider and just try them out. People hate on Hublot online, but offline, a lot of them still like them. But again, you don't buy a watch for others, you buy it for yourself to wear. So let's try this screen thing again if it works. I really want to figure out why the screen is not working. I've prepared a few cool presentations and I want to see what is going on. So let me switch the screens. Maybe this. Let's see. Now we have only this one available. So if I do this, okay, just give me a second, guys. I think I might have figured something out. Just give me a second here. Here we go. Let me see. So what is going on now here with this screen? Okay, I think we figured out what happened with the screen settings here. So let me close this down so I can see it a bit better and open this one up. I think we got it now. Wait. Okay. Okay, wait, you got it. Maybe. Here we go. Yes, finally we're back. That was painful. So, this is the list I made with the good, bad, and the ugly watches. We're back, guys. Thank God. So, this is the list I made. Good, bad, ugly. So, again, the good watches we went through already. The bad watches, I think Patek Philippe made a new green dial Nautilus, which I've heard is going to be a limited production of only the 1 year. And there's a few already on the market with private dealers. The price, as you can imagine, just skyrocketed. So again, this is something, it was expected, it's nothing that surprised anybody here. The Explorer, like I said at the beginning, is basically because I wanted to see more from Rolex. I like the other models, but this is just, nothing too exciting. Let's see, Hans, nice jacket, thank you. It's from Scotch and Soda. One of my favorite collectors, favorite brands. Let's see, Lange Triple Split, NCO. What's not to like about the Lange Triple Split? Come on. One of the coolest pieces. Let's see. So guys, here we go. We have back the screen. Oh my God, that was so painful to see. So Hublot this year, listen, I love the watch I put in the ugly category here for a few different reasons. I think all in all, it's not the most appealing watch to own, but like it's impressive. Creating a sapphire bracelet is not the easiest thing you can do, as you can imagine. What happened now? We are back in the screen here. Let's see. Here we go. So creating this model in full bracelet sapphire is not the easiest thing to do. And also what you gotta know is about these hublots. Actually, the bridges of the movement are made out of sapphire. I've never seen another watch do that. So pricing wise, I'm sure also it will be competitive with sapphire watches and the type of complication it has. So definitely. So for those who don't know, James asks, why is the Vacheron Constantin 1921 in the bad section? Because as a 1921, let's say, admirer, I'm a bit disappointed that this watch didn't come up with something more out of the box this year. I would have loved to see a homage piece of the first 1921 cases with the crown on a different side, with that beautiful dial. So I saw this watch in person, like I said at the beginning of the live stream, and I really liked it. So for me, if I would get a 1921 today, new, this would be it. Not the big version, the small version. Hermes is a fashion brand, more or less, but they're trying to create something cool. They're working with Jean-François Mojon from Chrono to create those beautiful moon phase dial watches, but again, it's in the $40,000 category, I think, so not the easiest one to achieve. Hans, how long do you have your channel? So we started this YouTube channel actually in August 1991 in August 2019, so it's been now almost 2 years, but 85 videos later, we are still kicking it. We want to go as long as we can. It's a passion. I love doing it, so nothing to complain here. Okay, so we got the screen back. Marco is so happy with the screen back. I'm ecstatic. I couldn't be happier. You don't know how long I made this Photoshop thing here. Yes, let's see. What do we have here? Gold Explorer, not for me. God bless you. God bless you too. Yes, of course. Watch on the wrist, the 1921 with blue indexes, with the blue numerals. Platinum version was beautiful. Although with the new one with the platinum dial is actually 100 pieces limited edition, so the collectability factor is there. The blue numerals were not limited, but also not many were made, so of course the prices now went up. Frank Müller, Crazy Hours is a watch to have, I think. Watch on the wrist in the chat loves the Crazy Hours, so definitely we got a fan here. Yes, I mean Breitling for me crushed it so far, so I would get this one, the Heritage. So I've saw some comparisons with the Patek Philippe Salmon dial, but again the Patek is just finished differently, much more expensive to produce. The case is precious metal and it's a perpetual calendar, which this one isn't. And again, if somebody makes a chronograph calendar watch with a Salmon dial, it doesn't mean that it's the same as the other one. The Reverso is good because, let's say, I prefer it to the Nautilus. The Nautilus for me is just another watch which is going to be hyped up, so many people are going to won't be able to buy it, and nothing special. Nightmare by Mike, apparently I'm 30 years old. Yes, Nightmare by Mike. I'm turning 30 this year. It's a big year for me. I'm gonna be buying a watch at the end of the year to commemorate that I'm getting old. I don't know what I'm getting yet, but I'm saving money for the end of the year to buy something nice, something independent in a higher price bracket if I can. Probably one of the watches that inspired me like 5-6 years ago to start this career in watches basically. So it's a watch brand that a few of my friends have already, and And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say so far. So hopefully I can get it this year. Two-tone Explorer, yes, in the ugly category. I agree. Geez, okay. Hello to you too, Junior Johnson. How you doing? Breitling James T. Yes, I think it's super cool. Oh, watch on the wrist. You have a crazy hours already. Congrats. Rolex with jungle dial. Yeah, not my favorite as well. We are the same age, James T. Nice to hear that. Watch on the wrist. What watch? Hopefully from the brand which you wore when we met 2 years ago and drank beer with Mr. S. Perlux and the other collector friend. The black watch you own. That's the brand I want to get. But the old models. Hundekekskuchen, sorry. What absolute... what do you think about the Baume & Mercier Riviera? So it's funny because the Riviera was one of the watches I wanted to buy 8 years ago or 7 years ago. They had a black case with a rose gold bezel chronograph, if I remember correctly. Super nice watch. I mean, not now, but back then I thought it was just amazing. Let me show you which one it was if my Safari opens up. It doesn't. Never mind. Let me see. Let me try to search. Let me pull this window here. It doesn't work. Okay, never mind that. I can't show you the watch I want to show you. Let's just stick with this one here now. Okay, so guys, let me see. Thank you for all the comments. You're really blowing it up here. Pierre, will you make a subscribers meeting one day? Definitely, I want to do that as soon as restrictions get a bit easier. And that's it. Yeah, we've met a lot of, let's say, I met a lot of friends here in Switzerland, in Zurich, who want to just chat watches. So it's really nice to see fellow watch nerds. So definitely, Pierre, I'm gonna do that in the future. Tom, hello back to Netherlands. Which brands are struggling? Which brands are performing well in terms of brand and image? I think there's many brands struggling with, and changing up their imagery. So who is doing well? I think IWC, is really consistent with what they're doing. Patek is consistent, not the way I would do marketing, let's say, but it fits their brand perfectly. So, they shouldn't stop it. I think Gégère Lecoultre is doing a great job on Instagram with their imagery and also how they storytell and how they launch their new watches. AP is doing good. Despite being in the ugly category, it's the Audemars Piguet Marvel edition with the Black Panther on it. I think it's still technically a really cool watch. For me, I wouldn't, let's say, buy it. I would definitely love to review one. I'm a big fan of the concept watches. Personally, my favorite one was the one from, I think it was 2 years ago, with a peripheral rotor, on the front side of the watch, a chronograph and tourbillon. My favorite one so far, for sure. The Chanel is cool, really well made, but again, I think I wouldn't wear it, of course. Probably not the right demographic for it as well. So, the Louis Vuitton Tambour Carpe Diem watch, I think is one of the coolest watches. It's on this, you don't know if it's ugly, if it's nice, if you want to have it, if you want to throw it in the bin. Technically, amazing watch, really amazing watch. Beautiful movement on the case specs. So if you have a chance, you have time, type into YouTube now, Louis Vuitton Tambour Carpe Diem, and they have a beautiful video which I want to show you, but my Safari browser is not working, so much for that. But believe me, it's nice and worth it to go check it out. It's an automaton, so the snake moves, and the red eye here actually moves as well. And it's a minute repeater. So again, Louis Vuitton, whoever they outsourced this movement, to create, great job. Omega Seamaster, let's see. Simon K, when are we going to sit down with the collector again? I love those episodes. Actually, this Friday. We have probably one of the most anticipated collectors coming on the show this Friday. Somebody who I've known for the last 5 years, who was very significant in my career. It was actually my first client as an independent, let's say, person, as a, independent guy, businessman, whatever. So he's gonna be on the show. If you know me a bit, if you followed my channel, you know who I'm talking about. So tune in Friday afternoon, 5 p.m. CET, Swiss time. But you can also watch it later, of course. We're gonna have a long interview with somebody who has around 2,000 to 3,000 watches in his collection, in his family collection. And he's from Zurich. So, too many hints already. Jeezer, thoughts on the new Vacheron split chronograph? As I showed it before on the channel, before my Safari broke down. I love the movement. It's the peripheral rotor, the components, the finishing, the column wheel. I mean, that watch is just amazing. So definitely, if you have the buying power to buy one, go for it. I think Vacheron is doing a great job, so definitely something to check out. Get together, yes. Thoughts on the Black Bay 58 gold with green dial? Honestly, I don't like it for myself. It's too expensive. It's, I think, 16k Swiss francs or US. I mean, if you're a Tudor fan, definitely something you should buy. If you're a hardcore Tudor fan, I have the bronze from Bucherer, the blue one, and the GMT, so that's enough for me. I would love to add maybe the new chronograph to my collection, but not the gold one for sure. But it is cool. Hans, Swiss German. Yeah, I speak Swiss German, but it's not my native language. Do you think AP deserves to be part of the Holy Three? Love the videos. Thank you, Sulaiman Hashim, so much. Yes, I do think AP deserves to be in the Holy Trinity. Definitely, the craftsmanship of all AP watches is exquisite. The people on Instagram hate the Marvel edition and the Black Panther. They make memes about it. But again, those watches probably will sell out quickly. Maybe they're already gone. They also sold one for charity, which had a beautifully engraved case. They raised, I think, north of $5.5 million, $5.6 million for charity, which is great. And the level of finishing, the craftsmanship also in this Black Panther here, which again is too small to now check out, is amazing. I think it's made from white gold and engraved. Again, check out the watch and how it's made online, and you'll be surprised how much work goes into this. Marco is a lucky man. Thank you. Bip Hans. Anna Maria. Yes, Anna Maria is my girlfriend. So, sorry, Hans. Amer, what is your take on the digital version of Watches and Wonders? Should they continue this format even after the pandemic is over? Personally, I liked the format of Watches and Wonders this year. It was cool to check them out online. You can check them out, in your living room, in your bed, whenever you have time to do it. But I also really love to go to these watch fairs in person. As a few people that are in this chat can confirm, we have get-togethers. We meet each other. We exchange watches. We make photos. You make friends for life if you go to Basel and SHH. A few of the people I met at those fairs are now really close people in my life. People you go on to weddings that you share really nice adventures with. So definitely, I miss going to watch fairs. I miss going to Basel, to Geneva, to eat fondue, to get drunk with the other watch collectors, because again, it's what fuels this passion of watch collecting is the people, the connection you make with them. Not so much the products. The products are just, the connector, but not really, the most important thing. That was deep. The new Breitling, yes. Okay, so I think let's go to the next slide here. But for that, I gotta change my setup a bit. So let's put Carl there. So Carl is my, let me change the camera. So Carl is my wooden light here, which I named him awkwardly. Let me put him in the green mode. And also let's switch the background. Here we go. So, ba-boom. The next topic is gonna be, are you ready for this? Let me set up the screen. because now I have this option. Again, awkwardly waiting for me to set up the screen. Jesus, I think this first live is just a mess, but let's do it. Okay, so the next topic of today will be everybody made the green watch this year. And I mean everybody. It was funny to see. I thought it was a meme, you know, because some people were pointing out green watches. And remember, this slide here is not all the watches that were dropped this year. It's a few that I like. Also, you've seen other probably, but this is a cool, let's say, collective photo of just a few of them. I saw a funny meme online. Somebody said that they probably had a secret meeting and they agreed that this year is the year of the green color. I mean, judging by the watches, definitely that's the case. Let me see what you guys writing here in the chat section as well. Opinion about Bulgari, specifically about the Octo Skeleton Turbio as well as the brand. I used to own a Octo Finissimo titanium with a leather black bracelet. It's a fantastic watch. You do need a bit of a wider and thicker wrist for it because it's very flat like a pancake. But super cool watch. Price is really nice as well. It's not too expensive, let's say, on the secondary market or retail as well. The Bulgari boutiques really do take care of you. I love the new watch they released, and I think the Ando, I don't know the name now, but it's with a cool dial which has a bit of a more effect. It's super cool as well. So Bulgari, a brand definitely to check out. Siddhartha discovered the channel by chance and subscribed. Thank you so much for everybody that subscribed to this channel. It really motivates me to do more videos like this. American 1921. Hans, how long is the wait list for a 5167A? You don't want to know. It's probably too long. I would say just skip Patek. Just buy something else. It's easier for the nerves. Project and health and the future value of Debetune. Love the brand. Debetune, our horology is really getting this traction this year. So let's say this year and the past year, really Debetune has been blowing up. So Debetune is a brand founded by David Zanetta, Mr. Flageolet and Zanetta, and Zanetta was designing the watches and Denis Flageolet was the watchmaker behind the brand. And the craftsmanship is insane. The way they polish their components, the bridges, the big long, balanced bridge, how they blew titanium into different colors, their meteorite watches, their dream watches. It's a brand which I think goes in the holy trinity of the independents, Uhrwerk, MB&F, Debetune. So definitely a watch I am considering for this year to reward myself. But for me, if I would go with one, I would go with steel wheels, because it has everything a Debetune needs to have, let's say. But also a just normal DB28 would do. So definitely. De Florin, was ist deine Muttersprache? Also meine Muttersprache ist Slowenisch. Ich komme von Ljubljana, Slovenia. This was a bit of Swiss German for you here. But I also can speak Swiss German, German, English, a bit of Russian. I'm learning Romanian now as well from Anna Maria, so that's helping out a bit. So I can buy cheap watches from Romania. But be careful, Crow 24. Yeah? Make your due diligence. Richard, thoughts on the Bell & Ross Cyber Skull? Go try it on, see it in person. If you like it, and go for it. I used to have a Bell & Ross in the past. It was when they made like a bit cheaper cases, so the DLC or PVD was falling off like crazy, like dandruff. So I would have to really think about which one I would get for myself, but the skull is super cool. and their tourbillon pieces are nice as well. The same crowd also used to hate on RM. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Bossman, what do you think about the BB58 with silver case? How is it going to age? I think I read that it's not gonna age too much because there's a coating on it, so you know, so much for that. But if you like it, go for it. For me, it's not a watch. It's too monochromatic, too boring for my taste. But also, I own a GMT already from Tudor and a bronze Bucher Blue. So for now I'm good with Tudor. The only one I would maybe have is the new chronograph pieces, or maybe the P01, which is just a ridiculously cool case. Marcus, where is the Reverso Tribute Nona Team? It was released, what, today? I couldn't fit it in. And unfortunately, my Safari browser isn't working now, so I can't show it to you. But I saw the watch, definitely a beautiful piece. A dual face with a gorgeous time indication. So, Marcus, Vinicus, I love the watch, by the way. Yes, watch on the wrist. I miss seeing you and your watches at get together, so definitely. So as you see the green dials here on the display, the Defy 21 dropped a few very colorful pieces which I really like. I'm not a big diamond guy, but I wouldn't mind to have one in the collection. Oris, great brand to own with this minty dial. Again, Oris has a good value proposition, I think. So if you like divers watches, bronze watches, check out Oris. Tudor, cool piece, not for me, too expensive. Piaget, if you're a lady with taste and a big wallet, go for this one. Moser, I like a lot as well. This one has a very cool hidden name on the dial, which you can see if you check out their Instagram account. Again, Moser watches quality-wise are really cool. We reviewed the perpetual calendar already on the channel, and for the price you pay, it's a really nice watch. Definitely, I would go for one if you like if you want to buy it independent below 15k. I would definitely advise you to check out Moser watches for yourself. Cartier revived the new Must collection from the past with lacquer dials. The green one I think is really cool. I've seen somebody put it on a stainless steel bracelet, which I'm not a fan of. I would keep it on a strap, but also for me the Must is not the Cartier to buy. I currently have a Santos, a Basculon, and I also purchased lately, which I haven't shown you yet, a Tortue Perpetual Calendar in platinum from the CP era. So definitely Cartier, I would not buy this one yet. I would maybe save up the money for a Azimutrique or a Cintré or something vintage that you like. The Palm Daytona, the Palm 3 Datejust, I think it's a cool piece. You know, if you wanna buy a fun watch for the summer, why not? The Aqua Racer from Tag Heuer, again, a good value proposition. If you're looking for a like a diver watch, you wanna substitute your Omega, just buy this one. AP, the Jumbo with a green dial. I mean, speechless. I love it, absolutely love it. Arnold & Son released a few cool pieces. If you've seen these, they have a different stone dials, and the Phoenix and the Dragon are chasing, I think, a pearl in the middle of there. So Arnold & Son, really nice brand, definitely go check them out. The Breitling for Bentley Tourbillon chronograph, I think, was a bit of a miss here. I really like the old Breitling for Bentley watches. They were a bit bigger, very masculine. But I don't know who's gonna buy rose gold tourbillon from Breitling. Not sure. I love what they did with the other watches, with the duograph and the Rattrapants and all that stuff. But this one I just can't get along with. Chronoswiss Paraíba, very cool watch. I have one on my wrist today. Not the Paraíba, but a piece unique dial. And Piaget Concept. I mean, what's not to like here? Apart from the price. And Bois Mercier, cool piece, dressy watch. Again, not my taste, but just want to show you a few different green dials that were released this year. What are you guys typing here in the comment section below? Garrett bought a Chrono Swiss Green Dial Ocean. That's a beautiful piece, Garrett. Congrats, I saw it on your channel. Yet no new Hulk. Russian watches. Hey Raf, Gates, nice to see you as well. Lucky Ed, why did I put the green Nautilus in the bad category? Because for me it's nothing special. It's gonna just make people upset that they can get another 5711. And already we've seen prices on the secondary market go to, I saw them in Asia go for 200 something thousand Singapore dollars. So try to convert that into your currency and see why I think it's just a bad thing. It gives you false hope, let's say. It's a cool piece. I'm not the biggest fan of the Nautilus. I would prefer a Royal Oak for my taste, so that's why I put it there. Hamad, you got a new Beauvais special edition. Oh my god, you got another watch. Congrats, my man. Yes, James T. Smaller micro brands are doing green this year. So, I'm currently filming a video which is gonna be 3 watches under 500 US dollars which I purchased and I love them. It's gonna be one brand from New York, New Jersey to be exact. One brand is gonna be from France and the other one is from Switzerland. So 3 brands under 500 US, which you're gonna see soon. Pierre, when will you learn French? Je parle un petit peu de français, but not a lot. I can say a few things, but not too much. James T. Dandruff, yeah. Team P1 in the building, Dapper Dutch too, definitely. JLC is crushing it, I agree. So I'm looking at your chat section here, that's why I'm looking at this side of the screen. Haven't asked you about the new Tank Must, so go tell me your opinion. Raf, for me personally, I wouldn't get it, but definitely if you want to buy one, just go for it. I would personally, with Cartier, I would go to search for vintage watches, which you're a big fan as well. So if I would go for a must, I would check out the vintage pieces. Because probably for the same amount of money, you can get a bit more value for your money there. Marcel, hello, nice to see you as well. So Marcel, so everybody knows, is actually in charge of the videography for Effect and also for my channel. Marcel, my Safari isn't working, so I can't show people the screen. But we're doing quite okay now, so all good. Amer, which watch in your collection would you like to see with a green theme, besides the one you are already wearing? Which watch in my collection? It would be, I would like to have a Royal Oak with a green dial, green tapisserie dial maybe, but that's just wishful thinking. I think, but no, all good. The watches I have now shouldn't have a green dial, so that's all good. But from what I've showed you guys here, I would love to have this Reverso or this Zenith. And also I like this IWC here. So these would be the ones I would get. But I just recently got the Chrono Swiss with a green dial, which turns blue. So my green dial need is now fulfilled. ACTC, thoughts on the Piaget Polo Skeleton? I like it. It's a cool movement, nice design. I've seen it here in person actually before it was released. So definitely a cool piece. Slim profile as well. The craftsmanship is amazing. Again, Piaget is doing a few things good. With the skeleton pieces, definitely in the right direction. So, Basim Khan, what are your thoughts about the new Ming releases? Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, the Ming watches are a good value for money. Definitely for 1,900 Swiss francs or whatever the price is. I think it's a sick watch, like Richard said. The blue is nice. If you can get on the list or if you can buy one, definitely do it. Usually they appreciate in time. So I got the copper edition, the 1906, which won the GPAG award back in the day. And I paid, I think, 1,200 Swiss francs for it. Now the value is around 5,000 US dollars. So if you buy a Ming at retail, definitely, go for it. James T, looking forward. Yeah, the video is gonna be cool. I never showed watches for under 500 Swiss francs. I mean, I showed my mundane watch, but definitely I purchased 3 watches which I think are worth buying, and you're gonna see it soon. And it's not a sponsored video, so it's gonna be my opinion. Definitely something to check out. I think watches under 500 US dollars make it fun to collect as well. You don't have to always buy the most expensive watches in the market. You know, if you feel the urge to, you know, to buy something new, just go with the micro brands and you'll be fine. Despite the difficulties, yes, there's so much I wanted to show you on the Safari browser here, but I don't know what happened to the screen, so all good. But I'm happy that we figured out the PowerPoint presentation, so definitely better than nothing. Anyway, good night from India. Hey, good night, Siddharth, as well. Yes, go to bed. Thank you guys for watching so far. We are doing a really cool stream today. I'm really happy with the turn up and so far all the questions. So we're gonna wrap it up, and I hope to see you next time. We're gonna do more live streams, of course, because I wanna, you know, show you guys and create more videos and react to a few videos myself as well, give you my opinion and connect to you a bit better. So that's the focus of the live streams. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you still, you know, liked what I said, and I really want to see also your favorite watch of this year that you've seen so far in the comment section below. Not in the chat, but in the comment section. Let me know what was your favorite watch released this year. I'm excited to see what you're gonna write there. And also, which is the watch that you wanna buy in the future for yourself? Let me know in the comment section below as well. And from these green dials, what's your favorite? That's about it. Like this video and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and tune in on Friday where we will uncover the latest collector's interview. Definitely, it's worth it. So, bye-bye everybody. James, Samra, Amer, thank you so much. I need a pointer. Yes, definitely. Watch on the wrist. Thank you and see you next time. I'm gonna switch now back to my main camera. Here we go. Thank you. See you soon and keep collecting watches.